Hello, we're back on What the Flick. Christy, Alonso, and that is Ben. Ben's dog is here too, by the way.
Yeah, not in the studio,
but
back outside. Bob is here. Yeah.
She's so well behaved, you wouldn't even know she's here. So on Wednesdays we talk about trailers. We've got a bunch of trailers that just came out recently, including the one for the hotly awaited by many people, I'm sure, Fantastic Beasts sequel, which is called Fantastic Beasts. Something or other.
The Crimes of Grindelwald.
Grindelwald. Anyway,
Something.
Eddie Redmayne is back with more Fantastic Beasts. Take a look.
I have some questions for you, Professor.
This is a surprise.
There's a rumor that Newt Scamander is headed to Paris. I know he's working under your orders.
So these are like Harry Potter prequels. They're based on a book, an actual book, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, part of the Harry Potter world.
And J.K. Rowling wrote the screenplay.
Yes, David Yates directed, who did the last 4 Harry Potter movies, directed the previous one, directs this one. J.K. Rowling wrote the script for both of these. So I guess if you're deep into Potter lore, this is very exciting to see the origins of the story that we all know and love so well. We reviewed the first Fantastic Beasts when it came out a couple years ago, and we're all pretty thoroughly underwhelmed. Please go back and take a look at that review, because we felt like, yeah, we're all in for Harry Potter, but like this just didn't have the verve or the life or the creativity of that magical world.
Yeah, the first movie, you know, it felt airless, like, you know, the special effects, just everything felt like it was a green screen. There was nothing tactile about it. I didn't feel like I was being plunged in anything. Plot-wise, it felt sort of stuck in a corner of that prequel thing of, well, we know, we kind of have a sense of where this is all going. It's not like Better Call Saul, where, you know, there's a million ways it could go to wind up where it winds up when we meet that character in Breaking Bad. This one, we kind of get this, we know where the Wizarding world versus the Muggle world is gonna be at the beginning of the Harry Potter saga, so it's kind of inevitable.
Destination.
You know, by the way,
yeah, but the journey isn't very interesting either.
You mentioned something that's super interesting. One of the Better Call Saul is 98% prequel, right? But that little 2% that they give us that is postquel, right? That is sequel. Is incredibly intriguing, right?
Yes, totally.
Right. One, it tells us that there's survival, but also we're constantly wondering how what we're seeing that happened before Breaking Bad informs, and I wonder how informs what happens after. And I don't recall that in a sequel, in a prequel, and I think it's an interesting little tiny thing they added.
We also have a trailer for an actually original film called Sorry to Bother You from writer-director Boots Riley. It played at Sundance. It played like gangbusters. It looks great, and the trailer is very trippy. Take a look.
I'm just out here surviving. And what I'm doing right now won't even matter.
Oh, baby, it will always matter. Thought you said you fixed that.
Get a room! I got a room, mother. Hey, Cash, how much longer I gotta wait for my money?
So this is about Lakeith Stanfield, who's kind of been everywhere lately between Get Out and Short Term 12 a couple years ago, and Tessa Thompson, who is so hot right now and has been so many great things between Thor, not Tron,
Thor Ragnarok.
They're both like really exciting up and coming actors.
Annihilation.
And so Lakeith Stanfield plays this telemarketer who finally gained some traction when he puts on his white voice. And the white voice is David Cross. And supposedly it's just this incredibly sharp and biting and clever satire.
Armie Hammer.
Armie Hammer in a crazy role.
Yeah, and
Danny Glover.
And also, as you mentioned, how do we say his first name? Lakeith, right?
Lakeith.
Also the Oscars, right? Didn't he have?
Yeah,
that
he
thing?
did.
He
Yeah,
brought back his Get Out role.
Yes.
And then I don't know.
Oscars.
I couldn't tell at the Oscars whether he was supposed to stay on stage that long or if he did that on his own. But I thought it was so awkward that it was.
I was kind of hoping they were gonna be a callback and actually do it, but no such luck. I did not get to see this at Sundance, but everybody I talked to who saw it really liked it a lot. So. let's see how it plays at sea level. But I'm certainly intrigued, and the trailer is promising as well.
The trailer's very promising.
Very
one point in the trailer, he throws he comes up to get gas, and he says 40 on 2, and he puts 40 cents down. It's a great line. Danny Glover is in it, and you just saw Terry Crews.
Yes, and like the films of Ryan Coogler, it takes place in Oakland.
Right.
Oakland, your hot cinematic.
We love everything having to do with Oakland.
Yes, you love many things.
I love many things about Oakland.
So also we have another indie that played really, really well at Sundance called 8th Grade from Bo Burnham. He wrote and directed it, and it feels kind of like a middle school version of Lady Bird, and that's a pretty good thing. Take a look.
Hey guys, it's Kayla back with another video. So, the topic of today's video is being yourself. Being yourself can be hard, and it's like, aren't I always being myself? And yeah, for sure. But being yourself is like not changing yourself to impress someone else. A lot of people like call me quiet or shy or whatever, but I'm not quiet.
Most quiet, Kayla Day.
I don't talk a lot at school.
So this young lady who stars in this is the voice of Agnes in the Despicable Me movies.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, you know, it's interesting that Bo Burnham this is his directorial debut, because this is a movie about, you know, teens and YouTube, and he actually started as a YouTube kind of comedian. He would do these little short, like, musical bits that were very funny, and he's since graduated, and, like, you know, he was in Funny People, and he's had a TV show. And yeah, I think he's really charming, and he's of the generation of like young YouTube celebrities. He seems like he's actually got a point of view and a sense of humor, and not just like, oh, let's show dead people in a forest, you know.
As from A24. And you know, like that's just, you know, I mean, not like they can't have a clunker, but I mean, Moonlight, Ex Machina, Lady Bird, The Florida Project, The Lobster, like they have a brand, and it's good.
Yeah, Elsie Fisher
Disaster Artist too.
Yeah, Elsie Fisher seems like a very like not a cutesy Disney Channel machine kind of young actor. She seems very authentic.
Yeah,
and,
no,
and
there's shots in the trailer where she's got like zits on her chin.
Yes.
You know,
and that line right there, and there's such a good line. The idea that, you know, because it both sets up the movie, the idea that she's named the quietest in the class, but also totally mocks the idea that like, oh, we're gonna make sure everyone gets an award, and then and selling it like it's a great honor. Quietest.
Yeah. It's the world we live in, and there's a lot of, I don't know if the film itself has a lot of voiceover, but the trailer has a lot of voiceover, which can often seem weak or easy, but when the voiceover is that sharp and that insightful,
Sunset Boulevard.
Can't wait. Yeah,
sometimes it works.
True.
Yeah.
And again, didn't see it at Sundance, but everybody who saw it up there was raving about it.
So how does it work with that kind of thing where there's a movie that has a ton of buzz that you want to go see, and it's like if the lines are too long, or how does that happen?
It just sort of depends. I mean, the thing for me anyway is I tend to get my tickets beforehand. Like a lot of press, you get 10 hard tickets, and so you have to kind of guess what's going to be good.
From hundreds of movies.
Yeah, exactly. So you know, if there's like a subject matter you find interesting, or a filmmaker that you've heard things about or whatever, but it's kind of a crapshoot. And then once you're there, you're trying to see all those movies, and then you're also trying to catch up on the ones that you're hearing about that you didn't get tickets for, and you don't get to all of them.
And then you have to write.
And you have to write things. It's so hard, you guys.
And you have to tweet. You got to like tweet and find the right hashtag for things. How do you find time to watch movies when you have to write? But then how do you write when you haven't seen the movies?
Yeah,
the catch-22 of
Look,
film
we are
festivals,
not janitors in a slaughterhouse.
No,
true. This is a nice gig.
Yes.
I go with we're not Chilean coal miners. That's usually
that works too.
Yes. They got rescued though. Who will come for us?
Right.